Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is the Have and a Have Not Season 5, Episode 5, and the name of this episode is Brilliant Lawyers Lurking. Now, I'm going to say this episode was pretty interesting, so let me begin. Quincy's body is exhumed. We also, after that, we actually see that Candace and Jeffrey are at the Artesian Hotel waiting for Veronica to show up. Before Veronica shows up, they go back and forth. Jeffrey has already decided to capitulate and thinks that what his mother wants is not Candace, but she wants Jeffrey to marry Melissa. So he's like, hey, just because I marry her doesn't mean I love her. I might as well just do what I got to do, give her what she wants so she can get off our backs and she can get us out of this mess. And he's constantly trying to convince Candace, look, my mother can really make shit happen. She can make this go away, but, she wants me, not you. But then Candace is like, then why the hell am I here? I don't trust this shit. I think she's going to do everything she can to try to sabotage me. And besides, your mother never does anything unless she has some control over it. She definitely has another card. She definitely has another card to play. But Jeffrey is convinced that she has no other cards to play and that she wants to help. And the main thing that she wants is for him to marry Melissa. So he's willing to just do what she wants, just to get the police and everybody off their backs. Because while he's sitting there, he gets a call from Justin. Justin, acting like he's making a report, pretty much tells him everything that the body, acting like he's on an intercom, but he's actually on the phone talking to Jeffrey. Because he's still at the crime scene. He pretty much tells them everything that's going on, that they actually assumed the body, and that he wants to meet him at the Artesian Hotel within the next hour or so. So now they know that they found the body. Sorry about that. It's kind of hot in here. But forgive me. Alright, moving on. After that, we see that Veronica finally shows up, but before she actually meets Candace and Jeffrey to talk to them, she goes to the front desk to talk to the hotel attendee. She has a bouquet of flowers, beautiful flowers, but she pretty much tells the hotel attendee that these flowers were actually were meant for a woman named Erica. They've been delivered by David Harrington, but he left these in the car, and I don't remember her last name, so could you please check to find out who she is? And you know how hotels are very tight with security, and they're definitely tight with people's personal information. But Veronica literally begins to smooth her way and pretty much, sweet talk this girl into finding out which Erica, that David was looking for. And she finds out and tells her that she's going to be down to pick them up. And the hotel attendant actually talks to Erica on the phone, and she lets her know, I got some roses from David Harrington down at the front. So, that Veronica is one sneaky motherfucker. You hear me? She is sneaky. And then afterwards, she goes sits down with Jeffrey and Candace, and immediately begins to go in for Candace for her clothes and shit, talking about well, honey, you would need to actually have a personal designer to be on my level of fashion. I mean, what is this? What is that fabric? Oh my God, those shoes. I'm like, Veronica, you need to stop it with your fake ass, because you ain't got a pot to piss in your damn self, nearly. You ain't got no fucking money, and it's been your connection to the clients is what's kept you afloat all this time. But she's still in her mind thinking she that bitch. And it's funny as hell, because she's saying all of this, pretty much, talking down to Candace, but literally at the end of the day, you really are in the same boat as she's in. So they go back and forth and everything, and eventually she starts asking about the crime scene. But she first asks them for $1 each, to be their attorney. Jeffrey willfully gives her the damn dollar. I'm like, Jeffrey, you are so fucking soft. Anyway, afterwards, she pretty much asks what happened at the house and what happened to Quincy, and Candace is not saying anything because she don't trust Veronica for shit. She's like, no, I know you got something up your sleeve. You always do. You know, I don't trust you with anything. But then Jeffrey tells every damn thing. Tells that they stabbed him and that he stabbed him more than she did, and that they stabbed him for over 50 times. So with that, that means it's a crime of passion, and yeah, it's pretty much overkill in the crime of passion. And then Jeffrey's like, yeah, Candace said that. And also Veronica's like, oh, really? And Candace is like, yeah, I did go to law school. She's like, yeah, honey, but you actually have to read the law books and not use them as props, sucking up to get an A. I was like, you cold bitch. I was so over the moon when she said that to her. I was like, oh my God. But it was cute because Candace was like, is that what you did? I'm like, yeah, get her ass, Candace, because based off what Candace said in episode 1 when she was chasing her around that house with that knife, well, before she did that, she let her know about herself, and yeah, that's exactly what she had to do to get that scholarship from Catherine's father. Yeah, she did, you know, get down and sucked up to the white man to get all that she got. So after that, she pretty much finds out also that she then, after that's being discussed, she then asks, well, Candace, how did you get the money for that house? And she says that she blackmailed Jim Cryer. Like, I mean, Jeffrey's just telling every damn thing, just telling her everything like it's nothing. He's like, yeah, she got it from Jim Cryer. She's like, Jeffrey, shut up, like, come on. Stop the bullshit and just tell her what she want to hear. So she's like, oh no. And then Veronica immediately was like, oh no, Jim didn't give you this money. You blackmailed his ass. She's like, yeah, I already know. She's like, you know what? I like you. Sometimes. You stupid as hell, but I like you. And I'm like, Veronica has completely lost her fucking mind. And pretty much, Candace like, stupid? She's like, yes, stupid. See, you pretty much paid cash for the house, which made it detractable. Stupid, number one. Second, you actually killed a man on your property and then buried him in your backyard. Stupid, number two. So, how do you think that even a hood rat crackhead like Quita couldn't figure this shit out? Like, I didn't even cover your tracks whatsoever. But Jeffrey also admits too that the reason why he overkilled was because he remembered the time that he beat him up, and then when he saw him, it was just a flashback. So really, at the end of the day, Veronica has something to do with that. It's like Veronica plants the seed, and all the craziness happens afterwards, even though she may not be personally connected to, she may not be physically connected to the situation, but psychologically and morally she is. And it's the same thing with what happened between Catherine and Jennifer Sallerson. Because of what she did to Wyatt, prompted Catherine to kill the DA. And pretty much what she did by sticking Quincy onto Jeffrey, prompted Jesse to stab his ass up, which led to overkill. So she says, oh yeah, that's federal. If it's over 50 times, oh yeah, they're definitely going to come after you. But then also, while they're having this conversation, they also find out that the house has been foreclosed on. Now, Veronica pretty much brings up the fact that, look, I'm gonna need keys to the house. And she's like, why? Because at the end of the day, if the bank is foreclosed, then that means, that changes everything about the whole criminal investigation, and therefore it won't be admissible. She's like, come on, law student, you can figure this out. So Candace, eventually gives her keys, and Veronica storms off. But before she does, she sees Erica get the flowers from the front desk. So she now knows who Erica looks like, And I think it's a matter of time she ain't gonna find out. She'll also pretty much find out what room she's actually in, because now she done gotten good with her. Now she done kind of like swindled the hotel attendee. I'm pretty sure she can get more shit out of her later. I swear, man, that damn Veronica is a motherfucking beast when it comes down to getting her way. I mean, you can pretty much say that her and Candace are cut from the same cloth. So, pretty much that's what happened there. But if I missed out, if I missed anything, please put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. Next, we see Wyatt. Wyatt is up in his damn house, and Pete shows up. Now, you guys remember Pete from last season, well, the season, and also the season before. Pete is his friend that sold him the drugs. He pretty much invited him over to sell, to buy some more shit from him, and then he's like, I know you got that pure shit or whatever. And also, him and Pete, you know, the night that he had the overdose, him and Peter got into it, and he put Pete out of the hotel room, because Pete was telling him that he needed to slow down, because that's pure shit, you know. That ain't like no knockoff shit. That's top grade. You gotta be careful with that shit. And because Wyatt is such a fucking junkie and such a selfish fucking pig, he pretty much kicked the boy out of his room. I mean, pretty much, yeah. He kicked the boy out of his hotel room. You know, when he was staying at the Sarandon, which is now the Artesian Hotel. I love it how the hotel just kind of like changed its name and became more elegant. Anyway, well. He wants more drugs from Pete. Pete's telling him, I'm not selling you shit. It's like, no, dude, you almost died. You know what, I'm doing you a favor. Get you some fucking help, because I ain't selling you no more drugs. And he's saying that, oh, well, fine. I don't fucking need you no way. He's like, yeah, you do, because I'm the only drug dealer that you know. And then all of a sudden, he again kicked Pete's ass out. I'm like, look, everybody is trying to tell Wyatt he needs to get his act together, but Wyatt is so fucking self-destructive and so self-absorbed and full of shit, he don't even realize that he's pretty much walking more and more towards hell, and he's definitely going to find it out by the end of this episode. So, let's move on with that. Next, we see Benny and Hannah. They're all at the water fountain hotel, at the water fountain motel, because that's what I'm gonna call it. Well, Benny won't eat anything. She's there with Hannah and Little Quincy. They're all in one room. You know, Benny is torn up and is still pretty much mad about everything that went down. But Hannah's like, look, let's move forward. You know, let's just keep pushing on. Because I did mention this in the last episode, but then she did tell him about his father and her relationship with him, and how he pretty much was like a nice guy in the beginning, and when she was pregnant, he was so happy that he got a nice apartment, but then after being pregnant for 8 months, he put her out, saying that his wife found out about their relationship, so that's when she found out he was married, and her whole world came crashing down, and she couldn't go back to her mother, so she just had to keep moving. So she's pretty much saying that, look, you can keep moving. She's like, look, I'm going to find me a job in the morning, and you need to find you one too. And he's like, Mom, how can you? You know, that was my job. You know, the whole thing was my job. It was everything to me. She's saying that, she's saying, like, look, that was my dream. She said that, look, who said that having a dream was easy? Which is true. Like, look, you're going to sometimes fall time and time again before your dream takes off. You know, anybody who's had a dream, you got to pay the price for it, because a dream can change your life forever if you really can make it true. But it takes a lot of hard work to make a dream come true, and that was pretty much the initial of their conversation. And then he gets a call from Mitch, and Mitch lets him know that war's out and war's after Candace, and you need to get with Candace and you need to protect her and do all of this. And immediately, that sends Benny off. Benny is gone back to crazy mode, and he's saying, look, I'm about to find my sister. You know, war ain't going to hurt my sister. And they're like, Candace, like, the hell you mean, War ain't going to do nothing, Candace. She's like, look, I practically raised that boy. I practically let that boy wear your clothes. Like, I pretty much used to feed and clothe him every day. What you mean? He ain't going to do nothing, no, Candace? She's like, no, he will. You don't know nothing about War. War is not who you think he is. And he's like, look, I got to go find Candace. And then she's like, oh, here we go again. He's like, yeah, here we go. I'm going to go find her. And all of a sudden, he's like looking for the keys and stuff. She's like, look, where are the keys, Mom? Did you hide the keys? Like, where the keys at? And then all of a sudden, Tanner's like, little Quincy, where the keys? She's like, oh, they're over there. I was playing with them. I'm like, little Quincy. I'm like, well, come on, man. You constantly moving this boy around and shit. He ain't got no damn toys. All he got is books. I mean, he likes reading, but obviously he's a kid. He don't want to play with stuff, but they ain't got nothing, so he's just playing whatever he can get. So he pretty much just gets mad or whatever. He's like, little Quincy's like, I'm sorry. I was like, little Quincy. And then, then he gets the keys and he ends up leaving. Let's see. Okay, after that, I'm sorry about that. After that, we actually have a scene with, Catherine and Jim. He's pretty much helping address Catherine's wounds or whatever. Jim knows that she was the one who shot the DA because of the gun from the safe. And I did call this last episode, like, Jim immediately knew when about the DA being dead. He knew then that Catherine did this shit. And he said, now, look, I know you did this, Catherine. So then he starts interrogating her, and she starts getting mad. He's like, look, if you're going to try to pin this shit on Veronica, she is going to rip your ass apart, on the stand. So you need to have your eyes crossed. You need to have you need your T's crossed and your I's dotted when it comes down to the situation. And first and foremost, this is a DA. This ain't just some regular fucking person. And she's saying that, Catherine, how you be so fucking crazy that you would kill a DA? And Catherine at first is denying it. She's pretty much coming up with all these different stories like, oh, well, she killed him because of the fact that she wanted David. Yeah. And then he started asking her all these questions, and then she kept getting mad because he kept tripping her up. She's like, look, that just shows you right there. You're not ready for this. You are not ready because there is so much hell that is now about to come down our pike, and you need to, and you going down this road instead of doing the way that instead of actually doing the way it needs to be done. You're pretty much just making shit worse for yourself. So then she said, so in order for me to help you, I'm gonna need you to admit what you did. Did you do this, Catherine? Did you do this? She's like, oh yeah, I shot the bitch. I was like, ooh, like, and she's like, but do you realize this is a DA? What the hell are you thinking? And here it is, she was trying to pin it all on Veronica, but he's like, look, we're all trapped into this shit, but look, you need to let me handle this because this is the only way you're going to get off. This is the only way we're going to be able to smooth this over because no one could get their hands on this. And first and foremost, we're the only ones that know that she was here. And on top of this, she's a DA. People are going to be looking for her. Like, were you thinking at all when you did this? And she says, no, I wasn't. I cannot believe, that Veronica has done what she did, and now she has come between me and my son. So at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. The bitch is dead, and she can stay dead. And and then afterwards, he's like, look, let me handle this. She's like, yeah, you can handle it. And while you at it, get that bitch's blood out of my $200,000 carpet and get the hell out of my house. I'm like, Catherine, no shit. So Catherine's going fucking batshit crazy too. Then we have a scene with Wyatt's crazy ass. Wyatt is now up in the hood driving back and forth looking for some blow. He ends up coming across Keita and her boys. They pretty much proceed to rob his dumb ass because they find out he got money. You pretty much in the middle of no fucking where, and you can tell fucking Wyatt is steaming like shit for some blow, and which made him an easy target. They pretty much rob his ass, and then Keita gets in the car because they find out who he is, that he's Wyatt Pryor, the boy who killed little Lizzie. So them being of the black community, and probably they may know little Lizzie. I mean, they may actually have a connection to her. And Thomas Shelby might find that out. But that pissed Marquita off that she gets in the damn car and pretty much tells him, drive, bitch. So, in time we're going to find out what the hell went on with that one. Alright, then it actually ends with David and Jim. We actually see that they have completely cleaned up the crime scene. It was as if nothing actually happened. And we come to find out that the Malones have been called in to take care of the situation, and that they pretty much getting near as far as being in the hole with the Malones for all these favors they've been asking. And they said that this one was a big one. So he's like, yeah, but they said what they're going to do is that they know that Jennifer, they're going to take the body and burn it at Jennifer's house, and that Jennifer actually has someone to drop off some dry cleaning for, and they're going to pin it on that guy, that was the dude who killed her. So I'm like, here it is. These motherfuckers are about to pin it on an innocent person so that they can get off and can continue walking, knowing that what they did. But then David is pretty much in this place where he's like, look, our chickens are going to come home to roost eventually. He's like, yeah, but Jim's like, yeah, but by the time that happens, hopefully we're very old or we're very dead. And so that's pretty much what his mentality is. But then he was saying that, how do we know Veronica's going to behave in this situation? And he's like, look, I don't know, but I ain't dealing with her ass. And Jim is trying to tell David, you need to talk to her. He's like, look, I am done with her ass. And then Jim is like, are you really done? Seriously? He's like, yeah, I'm completely done. I'm over it. I love that woman unconditionally for years, but it's to the point now I'm done. I'm not talking to her. I want nothing to do with her. I am officially done. And I'm like, about damn time, David. I mean, hell, after she had a gun up to your fucking head was wanting to pull your damn brains out, hell yeah, I'd be done too. Like shit. And we already know Veronica ain't up to no damn good, because next thing you know, once he leaves, when he gets in the car, he gets a call from Erica thanking him for the flowers. David's like, I ain't get you no flowers. And immediately he knew exactly who was behind it. He's like, you know what? Take them flowers and put them out in the hallway. Take them out and put them in the hallway right now. So while Erica is about to put them in the hallway, Veronica's right there at the front door. I'm like, you know what? This bitch is off the hook. Like, when she is ready and out for blood, she moves like a snake. Like, she has so much shit going on simultaneously at one time. Like, once she had the whole situation with Jeffrey and Candace, but then had the situation dealing with Erica, and she was just popping up on time in every single situation. As soon as she takes them damn things, about to take them damn bouquet of flowers out the hallway, Veronica right there at the damn door. I'm like, damn. But yeah, I have to say that this was Veronica's episode. Veronica is back, and she is out to reclaim her power by any means necessary. So yeah, she got knocked down, but now she's ready out for the kill. And it's going to be interesting to see what she does and how everything unfolds. Because it seemed that every bad thing that happened, she was behind. Quincy being killed, and now the DA being murdered. She may not have been personally involved, but her actions led up to both of those situations. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. So, subscribe to my channel. Leave comments on this video, like this video, share this video. Again, if I've missed anything, leave it down in the comments. I would love to talk to you about it. And I will be back with you guys next week for another episode of The Have and the Have Nots. So until then, everybody, take care.